Good evening. The time is now 6 o'clock. We're going to call the March 10, 2025 Oak Park Board of Education meeting to order. Ms. Greer, please call the roll.
Clark.
Here.
Colburn.
Present.
Elvin.
Here.
Madison.
Here.
Scott.
Here.
Harriman Tanks.
Here.
And Tyler.
Here.
Okay, we do have a quorum. The agenda was circulated prior to the meeting. Are there any questions on the agenda? Hearing none, without objection, we'll pass the motion to affirm the agenda by unanimous consent. Is there an objection to doing so? Somebody got an objection.
My apologies.
It's all good, I'm just messing with you. All right, hearing none, the agenda is hereby approved. We will go to the approval of the consent agenda. The consent agenda has 2 items on it: meeting minutes from February 24 and action items from today's date. Any questions on the consent agenda? Okay, without objection, we'll pass a motion to approve the consent agenda by unanimous consent. Is there an objection to doing so? No. Hearing none, the consent agenda is hereby approved. We'll go to item number 4, which is presentations. Students of the month, Mr. Abdullah.
Thank you, President Alvin. Welcome, everyone, to Pack House. And so what we're going to ask is, we always start with the little ones. And what we are asking is, as the principal's up there, if your child and you or anyone else that's coming, if you could come up there with your child, and then after the principal presents, if I could have you guys direct your attention to me so I could, with your permission, take some pictures and we'll post them on our social media. And then after Lessinger, we'll go Lessinger, another elementary, all the way up to high school. And then our board president will then give us time to recess for those that don't want to stay. And then if you want more pictures outside or out there, you're welcome to do so. With that being said, welcome. Director North. And as a caveat, they're going to try to one-up each other, so let me prepare you guys for that. Right.
Hello. Hi. How are you guys? Okay.
All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm so happy to see everybody's face, board. So nice to see you, cabinet, and our families that came to support our Lessinger Rebels and our other Oak Park students. We are going to kick it off with Lessinger for our Student of the Month. At Lessinger, we are Lessinger Rebels, resilient, empowered, brilliant, ethical, loving, and self-assured. And tonight I have 2 young individuals that really exhibit those traits. So I'm going to start off by letting Ms. Mullen introduce our first Student of the Month, Gabrielle Calhoun.
Good evening to our superintendent, Mr. Abdullah, and our cabinet, our board of education. I just want to be proudly, so fondly of this girl. She is truly one of my favorite people. So I'm going to just share a little bit about her, and then we'll go into what the teacher, the reason the teacher chose Gabrielle. So Gabrielle is just a light of sunshine. She's a little boss where she bosses everybody around, but she does it out of love. She wants to make sure everything is in order, and she has a lot of friends that just truly adore her. So I want to just say, Gabrielle, great job, girl. And Miss Ling mentioned that Gabrielle is being recognized as Student of the Month. She is resilient, confident, and has great leadership qualities. She shines brightly in the classroom. She embodies empowerment, brilliance, and kindness, always lifting others up with her positive spirit. She watches you take initiative, especially when leading the message board, and it has truly been inspiring. She has not only learned, but have also taught and shared knowledge with her classmates. She's a true mark of a leader. And as your teacher, she is so proud of you, Gabrielle, and grateful to learn from you as well. And she wants you to keep shining, Gabrielle. So, good job.
Come on up, Gabrielle. We're gonna take pictures. This is the Gabrielle Calhoun, okay? Ready at all times. Gabrielle, we have a certificate for you. We also have piston tickets for you. We also have a Lessinger Rebel Bear, and you also get a Lessinger t-shirt. Way better. So she gets all of that for being our student of the month. Come on, let's take a Come on, we're gonna take a picture. We're taking a picture.
Yeah.
Family, we're gonna take a picture together. Okay. Come on up. Come on up here. Do we want to stand this way? It's
Yeah.
few people, okay? Loud. Come along too. Family recording over there. Okay, I'm gonna hold this for you guys.
So if I could just have you rotate a little bit. Ms. Mullins? Yeah. I could just have you.
Got the whole building.
Yes, I do. I have our next student of the month, who I'm so excited. He's one of our young fives they're killing it in all aspects. It's just a wonderful class of students. I'm so excited about this young man. It's Camden Lake, and I'm going to have his teacher, Mr. Maha, come up and speak to Camden's nomination.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Today we are here to celebrate a very special student, our student of the month, Camden Lake. Camden is amazing. He is the embodiment of a good kid. A friend to genuinely everyone, Camden is sweet, patient, smart, and always ready to help others. Whether he's working hard in the classroom, sharing with his friends, or showing kindness to everyone around him, I can always count on Camden to be an example for his peers. Already at 5 years old, Camden is more of a man than most. He is definitely one of the boys with his energy level, his roughhousing at recess, and his love of the Vikings. But that doesn't stop him from being a true gentleman. He holds doors open for any girl, whether she is a student or a teacher. He helps anyone in need of assistance, and he is always the first to offer an upset friend a hug. Camden always comes to school with a big smile and a positive attitude. He loves to learn, listens to his teachers, and treats everyone with respect. Camden is a true friend to his classmates and a wonderful part of our school family. Camden, I am so proud of you. Keep shining, keep learning, and keep being the awesome kid that you are. Congratulations.
Your Rebel Bear and your Rebel shirt. Here you go. You're welcome, sweetheart. Come on, baby. Let's go step up here. Come on, Grandma. Hi. Thank you. Yes, come on.
Thank you.
Okay, so now I have the opportunity and the pleasure to introduce. I want to make sure I introduce the next one. Is it? Oh, okay. She blew me a kiss. I know what it is. All right. Next, we get to introduce Sarah, Miss Provizola West, who is the proud principal of Einstein. I'm gonna say it for her. Where they shine. So, come on up.
I just think everybody's jealous. Good evening. Good evening. She already introduced me,
Sarah Provenzolo West. I am the principal at Einstein Elementary School, where we rise by lifting others so that everyone can shine. And, I have 2 students of the month. One of them, I called them right before, again today, because they had confirmed, but mother informed me that she has she has a cough and doesn't want to spread germs to everybody. So I still want to honor Miss Stephanie Odeka. She is a kindergartner at Einstein Elementary School. She has a kind heart, Stephanie. She says good morning to her classmates and makes sure she says goodbye each day before she leaves. If a classmate arrives late, she greets them and tells them good morning. She lets them know she is happy they are there. If a friend has an early dismissal and needs to leave, she always takes time to say goodbye. Stephanie hates to see anyone upset. She will comfort any student she sees crying. She will go up to them, hug them, and wipe away their tears if needed. She will hug adults, too, if she thinks they need one. She tries her best every day to show kindness to everyone she meets, and we are so lucky to have such a kind and loving student in our class. And that is for Miss Stephanie Odeka. And next we have Mr. Joseph Martinez Gonzalez. Come on. So we are lucky to have Joseph and 2 of his siblings, and they're here. They're going to come up with us when it's time to take pictures. But we have Eddie and Ariana, and they, Joseph and Eddie joined us last year, speaking no English, directly from Honduras, right? Honduras, yep, directly from Honduras, speaking 0 English, and are just the sweetest. So I'm going to read what his teacher says about him instead of me pontificating, and I'll do that afterwards. Joseph consistently exemplifies. Look this way. Well, you can look anyway. Joseph consistently exemplifies kindness in the classroom and throughout the school. He is typically quiet most times, but has no problem sharing, helping, or giving to his peers and his teachers. I always notice how kindly he treats his siblings. He also makes them feel welcome. Since starting at Einstein this year, Joseph has such a sweet soul with a big heart, and he is a pleasure to have in class this year. Thank you, Joseph. And he is a very, very kind big brother. His little sister, Ariana, started in kindergarten partway through the year and really needed help, and Joseph was there to take care of her every single day. And Mom's so, get you a little game. It's called Word a Melon. It's to practice words at home, right, with the family, and then a stencil in there and an eraser for you. Okay? So we're going to go this way and go get a picture. Let's go this way. Okay. Miss Summers was their teacher, was Joseph's teacher last year, and is Eddie's teacher this year.
All right, over here. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Eddie?
Who am I introducing next? I didn't look at that. Think it's Key. So next I have the honor to introduce the esteemed principal of Key Elementary School, Miss Demilla Prince.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. My name is Demilla Prince, and I am the proud principal of Key Elementary. And I am proud to acknowledge several of our students today. First, Marcus Harvey. Marcus Harvey is our student of the month for showing our key core value of positivity. There are so many reasons that I chose Marcus Harvey to be the student of the month for showing positivity. He actively participates in discussions, shows respect towards peers and teachers, engages in learning activities, celebrates others, the success of others, and maintains a positive attitude. For this month, our class has been working on giving positive affirmations to each other, and here are a few of the comments that students have made about Marcus. He encourages, helps, and cheers other students on. Marcus is a very kind person, and once when I was down, he cheered me up. He shows kindness. When I feel down, he helps me feel better, and he makes everyone get a smile on their face. And that's from his teacher, Miss Blades. We are so proud of you, Marcus. And I didn't see Marcus. I didn't see him here tonight. But we still want to acknowledge Marcus. And then I have one of my teachers, Mr. Jameson. And he will present the next student of the month.
Okay, good evening, everybody. My student of the month couldn't make it here, but her name is Mamoy, and I would be remiss if I...
I'm sorry, I was just not. Marcus, just walk in the building. And I think it's important for Marcus to hear what his fellow classmates said about him. If you don't mind, I would just like to read that again, okay? So Marcus, Ms. Blades, and your fellow classmates said that Ms. Blades said there are so many reasons that she chose you as the student of the month for showing positivity. She said he actively participates in discussions, shows respect towards peers and teachers, engages in learning activities, celebrates successes of others, and maintains a positive attitude. For this month, our class has been working on giving positive affirmations to each other, and here are a few of what comments that the students had to say about you, Marcus. So Gio said that you encourage him, you help him, you cheer other students on. Marcus is a very kind person, and once when I was down, he cheered me up. That was from Leilani. He shows kindness from Angelo. When I feel down, he helps me to feel better. Adonis said that. He makes everyone get a smile on their face, and that was from Amir. And so your class and Ms. Blade says, we are so proud of you, Marcus. Congratulations for being the student of the month.
Over here, you ready? Yes. All right.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Awesome job, Marcus.
Thank you.
And actually, one of the students that gave him an affirmation shares the same first name as me, Adonis, so we thank you that you're blessing all the Adonises out there. Yeah, so Mamoy, my student, she couldn't be here tonight, but I still wanted to read about her because she is very deserving of this award. Mamoy is a student who consistently brings positive energy to the classroom. She greets her classmates and myself with a warm smile every day, as well as her other cohort teacher, Ms. Brown, creating a welcoming atmosphere. Even when faced with challenging assignments, Mamoy maintains a can-do attitude, encouraging others to keep going and stay motivated. She often offers help to classmates who are struggling, patiently explaining concepts in a way that makes them easier to understand. I use a proficiency scale in my class, and she's always at a 4, so she's willing to help bring those 2s up to a 3. During group activities, Mamoy always looks for strengths of her peers, making sure to acknowledge their contributions and create a collaborative environment. Overall, Mamoy's positively not only helps her succeed, but also inspires others to approach school with a better perspective. So I know she's not here, but if we clap loud enough, I'm sure she'll feel our affirmation.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jameson. And Marcus and Mamoya are key students of the month. And so next I would like to bring up Mr. Haley, the proud principal of Pepper Elementary.
Good evening, everyone. It is with great honor I present our first grade teacher supreme at Pepper Elementary School, and she will do the introductions of the Pepper students of the month, Miss Takesha Smith.
Good evening, everyone. Sadly, neither one of my students are here. Christian, which is one of my students of the month, he's a former rebel, so I just wanted to say that. And so was the other one, Mariah Murphy. Unfortunately, Christian, he tried to hang in there. He's so dedicated to learning. He was not feeling well today, so I had to send him home. And I was asking him all day, I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I'm like, Christian, no, you're not. You're going home, buddy. So anyhow, I just wanted to still share some information about both of them. So Mariah has excelled in reading and writing. Mariah engages in meaningful discussions with her classmates. She approaches challenges with a listening ear and works hard to understand what she needs to do to excel. She consistently shows perseverance in all subjects, and what truly sets Mariah apart is her compassion and empathy to help others. So we can just give a round of applause for Mariah. Thank you all so much. And Christian Bill Johnson, I'm sorry, I don't want to forget his last name. Christian has consistently demonstrated a passion for learning and an unwavering dedication to his work. He is extremely focused on completing all of his assignments and is always ready for the next task with a positive attitude. He truly has a love for learning. Let's give a round of applause for Christian. Thank you all so much.
So I do want to share that Christian was in school today, but he had a fever of 103 degrees. So, Ms. Smith, I don't know, might be something floating around your classroom. Yes, he did, but I would now like to present my colleague, Principal Renita Williams of the Oak Park High School.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Renita Williams. I'm the principal at Oak Park High School, home of the Knights. We're located on the Boulevard. And I am going to present 2 senior scholars for Student of the Month. And the first scholar that I am going to present is Sarah Diallo. Let's give her a round of applause. Sarah is a senior. Give her a round of applause. She's graduating. Okay, so Sarah was nominated by her teacher, Miss Fuller. According to Miss Fuller, Sarah is the epitome of what it means to be an Oak Park Knight. From the moment she arrived at Oak Park, she faced significant challenges, including language barriers and the disruption of the pandemic. Yet she never allowed these obstacles to hinder her success. Instead, she demonstrated resilience, dedication, and a relentless drive to excel. Though naturally shy, Sarah has continuously pushed herself beyond her comfort zone, conquering her fears and growing into a confident leader among her peers. A shining example of this was her role as our co-host of the Black History Month program in February. Despite her initial fear, she embraced the challenge, and her presence on stage helped make the event a resounding success. Her courage, determination, and ability to bring joy to others exemplified the spirit of Oak Park. Sarah's journey is one of perseverance and transformation. She is more than deserving of the Student of the Month recognition, and Ms. Fuller is confident that she will continue to inspire those around her. It is with great pleasure the Oak Park High School administration recognizes our senior knight, Sarah Diallo, as our recipient of the month for March. Come on over here, Dad. They're going to get a picture.
Ready?
You're welcome. Okay, our next recipient of the month is also a 25 graduate. Let's give him a round of applause. His name is Philip Burney. Come on up, Philip.
You guys, thank you.
So we love Philip. Everybody loves Philip. And after I share with you what his teachers have stated, you'll love him too. So Philip was nominated by his teacher, Miss Gretchen O'Neill. According to Miss O'Neill, Philip has shown persistence in achieving above and beyond his goals. He is always willing to help others. Across the board, Philip's teacher states that he is a pleasure to have in class, he has a great attitude, and works extremely well with others. Ms. Fuller describes him as a highly intelligent and energetic scholar. His peers love him, and he was homecoming king. Philip likes to try new things. He's a natural leader, and you might catch him on the track running with our OPHS track team. It is with great pleasure that the Oak Park High School administration recognizes and presents our senior knight, Philip Burney, as our second recipient for Scholar of the Month for March. Come on up, Mom. It does have your name on it.
Ready?
And next we will hear from Oak Park Preparatory Academy. I believe Assistant Principal Mr. Janakis Sanders will be introducing the Blue Knight Scholar of the Month.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
How's everyone doing?
Great.
Okay, hot. A little warm in here, too. All right, my name is Janakis Sanders. I'm the proud assistant principal, Oak Park Preparatory Academy, and today I will be presenting two outstanding awards, Student of the Month awards, to two great students that we have at OPA. The first one is the Mighty Thomas.
It's the one way.
Okay. Demaya has been chosen for Student of the Month because her teachers state she constantly strives for personal and academic growth. She has a helpful and polite personality that is a pleasure to have in class. Due to her academic strengths and pleasant demeanor, she has been recommended for the National Junior Honor Society. Keep up the good work, Maya.
Maya got family. No? Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You want to get in?
Yes, that would be so great.
All right.
We're gonna be on the yellow pages.
I don't think they do yellow pages.
Yeah, you know how to do it. You got it?
Are you ready? You gotta look up. There you go.
No, that's how they do it, Angel.
The next Student of the Month award goes to Corey Irvin. Okay, Corey has been chosen for Student of the Month because he is an overall excellent student. He is very responsible and hardworking. He takes pride in his work and gives his best daily. In addition, he has a good relationship with classmates and is a joy to have in the classroom. He is a true pleasure to have as an open night. Keep up the good work, Corey.
Family, you want to?
Y'all wanna hold this? Next, who will be presenting their Student of the Month is Mr. Falk. He is the proud principal of Nova Academy.
As always, last, but the cable tow is here. And we really enjoy everyone, and we want to really bring our staff up. Come on up, Ms. McClain and Ms. Brinson, so they can introduce our Students of the Month. We have two fantastic students. And we're going to start with Andrea. Andrea Johnson. Freshman. Come on up.
Good evening. Good evening. I love to come talk to this body about my students. Mr. Falk is always terrified I'm going to talk to you all night long. And it's a legitimate fear, so let's just understand where he is. The reason I love coming here, though, is because we do a lot at Nova, and we get a lot done in a very little amount of time. But we could not do what we do without the students stepping up for themselves, showing up for themselves, and putting their shoulder into what they're doing. And tonight, our freshman honoree, Miss Andrea Johnson, is somebody I have had the pleasure of teaching. This is my second year teaching Andrea in a row. And I cannot tell you how much she's grown as a young lady, how much she has blossomed as a student, how much she has thrived in our campus, and she is an integral part of everything that we do at Nova. Beyond that, though, I learned not too long ago watching a TED Talk, right? We can learn so much from TED Talks. That turns out whether you're a student in school or an adult in the workplace or on any spectrum in life, turns out that the biggest marker for success isn't privilege or access or education or confidence or any of those things that we've always thought it was. I was the most surprised person to learn that grit is the difference between success and mediocrity. And this young lady embodies it from the top of her head to the bottom of her toes. Andrea Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. Big card and a clap for you. All right, we'll spin. That's what teenagers like to do, is spin. Oh, picture. Picture taken. Proud of you. Yeah, we should be in the back. You guys should be. There we go. That's what it is. Cover up beautiful.
There you go.
Yay! Who, me?
Okay, our next fantastic student is not here yet, but his daddy is. So come on. One of our fantastic parents.
You got this, you got this.
Right.
Take a picture.
Yeah, you have enough time to take a picture, yeah. And it is amazing because I'm Mrs. Branson at Nova, and we have been trying to publicly recognize this young man for a couple of months now. It's been different things going on where their presentations had to be canceled or rescheduled. And it's just amazing that, yes, this is the time that we want to make sure we celebrate him because he is a senior at Nova, one of our students who realized that challenges are ahead and he was not afraid to put in the work necessary to achieve the goals that he's trying to obtain. And one of the things that he did, I want to acknowledge him for, is that at Nova, we wanted to start our own little student council. We have less than 150 students. So you can only imagine, you know, the challenges that we had trying to encourage students to take on leadership roles and communicate in front of their own peers. And I just wanted to say, after some long rehearsing and encouragement from the fellow other teachers, Robert is one of our treasurers at our inside of our Nova Student Council. And I just want to commend him because although he is a treasurer, he acts more like the president. So bright things are in this young man's future. And again, this is for Robert Thompson, our senior at Nova Academy, and this is his father right here. So we just want to acknowledge him and thank him for coming out. And although he is driving, I was trying to talk a long time to see if he pull up before we take a picture. So again, Robert Thompson, our Nova Academy Student of the Month, 3-peat.
Somebody's gonna take this picture. Somebody's gonna take the picture. Picture. Picture.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture. No.
Wait for that.
I'm sorry, I was multitasking. Come on in.
He said he can wait because Robert is driving in.
Okay, do you want to do that?
Yeah, take a picture. Yay, thank you.
Hey, Robert.
I know, right?
Is Mr. Haley?
He's not here.
He's not here,
He's not here.
but the teacher's here.
Oh, well, come on.
Yeah, how you doing? Thank you.
Pepper Panthers. Come on.
Thank you so much. So my student, Mariah Murphy, she just made it here, so I did want to acknowledge her if I can. Mariah, can you come on down with me? So I was saying that Mariah, she's a former rebel. This is her first year with Pepper. So I did just want to tell everyone how well you're doing in class, okay? So this is what I had to say about you, okay? You've been doing so well in reading and writing. I am extremely proud of you. I know you've been over there chatting, but I know why you're over there chatting, okay? I know that you are helping others, right? That you're helping Kyrie. Yes. And so I do appreciate that you are showing compassion and empathy for others, okay? So today we want to celebrate you for working really hard in class, okay? And for doing your best. All right, and for iReady, how your score keeps going up, up, up. So that's what we want to celebrate you today for, okay?
Yes.
All right, so. All right, we're gonna take a picture. Mom, you can come on down, and then I had Mariah's sister last year, so I just want to give Mom a round of applause because her sister, same progress with her sister too. Mariah, yep, we're gonna take a picture right here. Oh, and here's her sister friend, see Marissa. Yeah, Marissa, can come on up. All students of Oak Park. All right, thank you.
Congratulations. We good? Mr. Abdul-Ahad.
Huh?
We good?
Is there? Oh, I got the picture.
Right here.
Gotta make an entrance, didn't we? Come on, mommy, come over here.
Ready? You got to smile. Hold on, hold on. There you go. Hold on, I got him smiling. I got him smiling. Keep that smile.
Right on. Congratulations, Robert.
Now we're all.
All right, that concludes our Student of the Month presentations. We are at 6:42. We will give all who want to leave about 3 minutes to do so, unless you just want to stay throughout the end, which you're more than welcome to do. We'll give everybody about 3 minutes to leave, and then we'll keep going with our agenda. So, all right, we're going to break for 3 minutes.
Thank you.
Hey.
Very well.
That might not work because I have to get hotels and stuff in the later you wait.
They'll still do that for you.
Okay,
She can at least book it. If that's what
yeah, that's what I was gonna ask, is she can just book it and then we approve it. I mean, cause if it doesn't get approved, I still can pay for it myself.
No, you ain't gotta do that. We'll figure it out for sure. Go ahead then, young fella. I don't spend much time on Facebook. I find like if
Managed to take the goofiest picture he could muster.
in the 5 minutes a day that I'm on Facebook, if I don't see it, like I acknowledge birthdays, I might scroll. I'll see it about 2 minutes after the birthday. I probably won't see it.
she writing it on whatever?
There's no more public comment cards, so she just writes it down.
I just had her write it on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's say 6:45. We're gonna keep going with our agenda. We are at item number 5, reports. And Mr. Abdullah, do you have a report? You have a report?
Yes, I do. Thank you, President Alvin. Welcome to everyone who decided to stay. I did ask our band director Akins to be here just to talk about New Orleans. But what I'll do is I'll talk about the other things and hopefully that he arrives. I told him 6:40, so. We had a successful senior incentive trip where over 100 students qualified for an incentive based on attendance, grades, and behavior. So that's more than 50% of the graduating class qualified for an all expense paid. They went to Field House and jumped around the trampoline. They had lunch provided for, everything was paid for, and it was tied to an incentive on grades, academics, behavior, and no referrals. So really proud of our seniors and the work that they're doing. And I believe Don's going to talk about the alumni student basketball game, but I will just talk about this. Alumni won again, right?
Yes, we did.
Yes, alumni won again. Not that I'm saying anything. Just saying they've won the last few years, right? All right. We're oldies but goodies, right? And so we had a lot of people flying in, and again, I don't want to take from Don's spotlight, but we had a lot of people come back home to give back, and it really was a successful thing. We had a celebrity there who is also an alumni. I'm going to let Don talk about that, but it could have been better, but it was a success nonetheless, and I'm sure Don will talk about that too. Also, we had our creative art teacher who's also working on web design and things like that, took students to an advertising conference where 3 of our students qualified right on the spot for scholarships. Now, what she's been doing is she's been teaching them how to use Max for creating labels, advertising, and how to create their own companies. And it's generated a lot of excitement. A lot of people want to be an entrepreneur. They have a lot of creative ideas now that appeals to the same demographics, students their age, maybe a little bit older, and for 3 of our seniors to, I don't know if they're all seniors, but 3 of them to get scholarships. It was a huge success, so kudos to that, that's flourishing. And the last thing was, he's not here, but our band went to New Orleans.
If he's coming, we can try to squeeze him.
Yeah, okay, so then, with that being said, I'll just leave it at that.
If we don't get to it, you can do it during
Okay, great.
vacation.
Yep, and so that includes my report, President
Okay.
Alvin.
All right, any questions for Mr. Abdullah on anything he has covered? Okay, all right, nothing, all right, we've come to item number 6. Item number 6, public participation. Public participation is one-way communication in which members of the public are asked to address the full board with the understanding that board members themselves will not be able to respond. Trustee Perriman-Tank, would you please read the public comment guidelines?
Because the Oak Park Board of Education values public meetings, not just meetings in public, we welcome public comments on school issues. Speakers are asked to express themselves in a civil manner with due process for the dignity and privacy of others who may be affected by public comments. The public comment portion of the meeting cannot be used to make personal attacks against school board member or school district employee. That disrupts the order of the meeting and are totally unrelated to the manner in which the member or employee performs his or her duties. Speakers should be aware that if statements violate the rights of others under the law of defamation or invasion of privacy, such comments may result in legal liability. Most comments can be concisely stated in 3 minutes, and the board respectfully asks that comments remain focused on the topic or issue and not be directed at specific personnel or board members. And we're going to start with Ms. Candace Robinson. Is she here?
We come back to that one next.
Crystal Bailey.
Good evening, board members, superintendent and administration. My name is Crystal Bailey. I'm happy to be here as always, but I have a few topics that I like to hit on. I know I put on my comment card, community, but I am an alumni from Oak Park High School as well. I graduated in 2001, not 2005, but we're still together in this alumni love that we have. And I also work with organizations such as SMASH Foundation, and we also have done the tournament as well to raise money for tuitions for teens, books, and housing. And for Saturday to take place the way it did, with having someone who is an alumni, who is a celebrity, who is in the limelight to be escorted, is just unacceptable. This is Oak Park School District. This is our home, and we should be able to. But like Superintendent said, I'm not going to steal what Dawn will get up here and share with you all because I was not there. But I know my fellow alumni members called me about this incident. Also, public comment. Public comment, when I was the vice president on the Oak Park School Board, we had 2 opportunities to speak to you all. Making it one public comment is not fair to the community. It is suppressing what we need to say. Sometimes in this audience, it takes up nerve to get up here and speak before you. So they might miss the opportunity to speak the first time. The board should give another opportunity to have the community speak to you all. Black History event. I went to the Black History event, Jacqueline Woodson in the planetarium. Lovely event, but the attendance was very low. The district should have something to, a parent coordinator for the district that gets with parents within the district and organize where the PTAs and these parents know about these different events that's happening within the district. The administration does a great job. Ms. Murphy was there. She did a great job, and the rest of the staff, other principals from the other schools were there to help facilitate this. But their job can't be to facilitate and to get parents' participation. That should also be addressed. Youth assistance. I can go on and on about youth assistance. I have a teenage daughter who is amazing, and she got accepted to every college that she applied to, but as you can see, she chose one. So University of Detroit, Mercy, here she comes. And, but 13 to 16, she was, excuse my French, hell on wheels, okay? And I needed youth assistance. Youth assistance was not there to help me with what I needed as a parent in this community. Youth assistance is supposed to be there for preventative and intervention for our students in this district. That was not provided for me. And to have a liaison on this board that does not know the next meeting, when the meetings take place, and how this organization is funded is preposterous. Youth assistance is funded by 3 ways: the City of Oak Park, the school board, and Oakland County. How much did the Oak Park School Board donate to youth assistance this past year? How many students did we help with the money that was donated? What is the success rate of the programs that are being provided to these kids? We don't know. But last point, what's the state of this district? Where are we? We have a full board of new school board members and 1 veteran. Good job, Trustee Corcoran, who got elected in 2018, the same year that I got elected, and she's just serving her second term. So she'll be on for 6 years. And she's the veteran on this board, and the things that she's bringing to the board, committees, is very important, especially HR. I mean, the incident with the young lady that came in here to get this human resources management position and was already hired before you voted on it, ridiculous. We need to know what the state of this district is. The budget, school safety plan, a student-teacher evaluations, how they're going, what's the enrollment of this district, as well as the constructions and renovations that we're having. The community does not know, and I'm not sure that all the board members know what's going on in the district. So I propose that the board host a state of the district and let the community know what's going on. Thank you for my time.
Thank you.
Okay, next. Dawn Summers.
So I was hoping to go after Elnita Trice, but I will go beforehand. That's okay, though. My name is Dawn Summers. I'm excited to introduce myself in a few moments as the new president of the Oak Park Education Association, effective March 15th. It is both an honor and a privilege to take on this role. As I step into this position, I bring with me a commitment to continued effective communication and collaboration. I strongly believe that our collective voices can bring about positive change, and together we can navigate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Thank you.
Elnita Trice.
That's okay. My name is Elnita Trice, and I met with you guys at the beginning of the year when I came and said, hey, I'm going to be the Oak Park president, OPEA. Oh, it's been amazing and not so amazing, but I have stood this long. Tonight I know that you got my letter of resignation. It's hard to say goodbye because I am Oak Park, decade plus 5. I stayed when we went through turmoil, up and down, and I have been a true person who loves Oak Park. I am moving in a different direction because I believe in my worth, and I know that it is not being utilized appropriately here. So I am tendering my resignation. My last day is Friday. I'm not closing the door. I said I'll absolutely come back and coach cheer. Y'all know I love my cheer. But it's bittersweet. And I say to you all that always recognize the diamond in the rough. And I am that diamond. And when I say this to you, I have done above and beyond my entire career in Oak Park. And I've always kept it about the students. When people came to me about stuff, okay, how is it helping the students? Most people will tell you, Ms. Trice, you got to live in your what? Truth. And I try to make sure that I leave the background noise out. I know as adults we get into these, challenging conversations, if you will. But I always say, well, how is that helping the kid that's in front of you? My main saying in Oak Park, at any PD that I went to, you got to love the kids in front of you in order for them to excel. You have to want them to be to the moon. And trust and believe, I've been a knucklehead in the district too. However, my attendance is phenomenal. I've been here day one and I've held multiple positions. I've backed curriculum, I've wrote curriculum, I'm supporting special ed on my way out the door. I'm going to also, even though I'm moving on to another position, I'm still going to support the kids that I'm leaving behind by helping the person who's going to come in and support in their role when I leave. I'm not going to leave those babies hanging because I want to make sure that they're still excelling in the goals that they're making. Special ed is in a mess everywhere. So therefore, I lean into the fact that I will always support the students in Oak Park. I got 2 little girls at Key. I got a daughter who loves Nova
and Derek Falk, you know, call her his niece. I have a nephew, a great nephew at the high school, and 2 of my own sons walked across Oak Park stage. That tell you that I'm invested. And I know you feeling in my voice that it's hard for me. I'm counting down the days, I'm counting down the days. I was gonna come in here and do the crip walk for y'all, you know, but I was like, no. But in saying that, I wanna say thank you and thank you to the parents, because without them, I'm not anything. Without these kids, I'm not anything. My job has always been about the students. And no matter what anybody say, what I do, I come back, well, how are we helping kids? I want you guys to lean into that. Notice things. Make sure you are crossing your T's, dotting your I's. Make sure that the students in Oak Park have the same access to anybody. I worked in St. Clair Shores, where I had mostly everything. Came to Oak Park, and they were still using a roll carbon copy to write with on the dry erase board. And I came from Promethean boards. What did I do? I told my friend I need my stuff back so I can teach in Oak Park. And so, so I had a good friend of mine said, hey, I didn't think I needed this because I thought I was going to have the same thing. But I've seen the changes. I was a big push for Promethean boards. Shoot, I trained the technology staff on the Promethean boards. When they came in, when we opened up OPA, made it a 6-8. And so we have done leaps and bounds for students. Now we got to get down and dirty and do the hard work for them. I say that, yes, I'm walking out the door on Friday, probably with a few tears here and there. However, I'm still embedded. If something is needed, if there's something that I can support the students in here at Oak Park, that I'm always available in that aspect. So I say to you again, thank you for my time in Oak Park. It's not one of those sessions where you come in and be like, oh, well, she about to, No. This is about stepping above all of that and knowing that we are all here for the same reason, and that is to support every student that walked through the door in Oak Park School District. So thank you again, and I wish you all well. I probably won't be at hardly none of these board meetings because I got a long drive. But I will try to step in and watch online as always and keep in touch. Yes, Paige, I love you. One of my key parents. And yes, Miss Clark, my new parent at Pepper, also. I wish you well, and I wish us greatness in this school district. Thank you very much.
Ms. Rhonda Coward? Covart, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Good evening. Good evening. Kind of nervous. Rhonda Covart. Morgan Newton is my daughter. She's been going to y'all school since 9th grade. Last Wednesday, I was attacked by another parent. To sit in this room just a minute ago and lose a lot of money because I have a service that I do, and I came here because I want to be heard. I want to call 247 because we were attacked at the school because some young ladies wanted to fight her. She's being bullied. I went to the school 85 times to talk to people, ask for help. I'm crying out for help now. To sit in this room and watch all y'all, and I study each one of y'all. Y'all was nice. No one had attitude. Security didn't help us. I couldn't get to my car. And I'm trying to figure out if all of y'all here and y'all sitting here nice listening to people, they failed me. Last Wednesday, I couldn't get to my car because my daughter was being attacked in the school. I got out the car with my friend that's sitting out there right here. I walked to the door. I walked in the school building. Yeah, I sat down. Another parent walked in, security guard, Nova. Who bothering my niece, cussing to the top of her lungs. I plead with parents. I asked to have a parent meeting. I asked to meet with the principal, Mr. Fawkes. They still haven't called last Wednesday. I'm hurt. No one's called. No one has said anything. She go to school Friday. No one said she was suspended. She didn't do anything. Her brother a celebrity. He's a millionaire. Don't fight her because she's somebody. I have been with these kids. They have been in my house. I have talked to these parents, took them to concerts, everything. Nobody parents will talk to me. I'm 52. They parents 33, the same age as my kids. I have 10 kids, 9 with diplomas, 3 graduated from Oak Park. I mean, they failed me. They walked us around the building they had Shelby, that was the security. One girl standing this tall walked us around the building trying to protect us from these parents and cousins and aunties and uncles, whoever, trying to get us. She was told to walk us out the building after the principal asked me to leave. Mind you, I ain't saying nothing. She asked me to leave. I said, I'm not leaving without my daughter. She said, oh, your daughter in here? I said, yeah, she in security. She in the security room. I don't know where she at. She looked at me. She didn't say anything. She said, walk her out door 10. We walked out door 10. After we walked around the building, then she walked us out door 10. They were standing outside waiting on us. When we came around the building to get to my car, which is at door, we tried to walk that way. The mother pulled up in a Durango, jumped out the car on us. Who? My daughter and blah, blah. So I'm looking at security like, okay, so no one's going to call 911. No one's going to say anything. I protected my daughter and took her back in the building, y'all. I could have went old school. I could have. My mother 80. Different. I'm cut from a different cloth. I took my daughter back in the building to protect her because I didn't know what they had. Security didn't help us, y'all. They didn't help us. Everybody was in cahoots because their parents worked at the school. They failed me. Everybody's mama worked at the school. I tried to be the mother to say, let's sit in the room and talk about this. I tried to squash this in December. No one did anything. I'm still waiting on somebody to call me. No one called me. No one said anything. To this right now, no one's called me. She went to school Friday. I dropped her off. She was there 7 minutes. They jumped on her. Her nose was bleeding. They wouldn't let me get to her. Guess who was there? 8 police officers. Guess who helped me? The police. They hugged us. They hugged her father. They apologized. The principal walked up to me and said, I apologize. I'm so sorry. Because whoever told her something said, that lady didn't do anything. She tried to protect her daughter. I never said anything. I don't talk to people, kids. I told the little girl, go get her mother. She called her mother. Explains why she act like she act. Because her mother came right up there and did everything her daughter was doing. I walked away. I get in my car and go home. I live in Shelby. 24 miles. I don't bother nobody. I'm just a parent trying to be heard. I didn't appreciate it. Now she can't go back to school because they keep threatening her. And when I finally let her loose, they mad. You know how the parents let their kids go to fight her? Could you imagine you standing there and the parents let the kids go, like, go get her. And they was chasing her. They was running. No one did nothing. I'm hurt. I think it was unfair. They tried to cover it up. They fired that poor girl who helped us, Shelby. All because she helped us. I could have called my security. We have security. My son is baby money. I could have called my kids. I don't have nobody to call. I'm 52. Why would I want to call somebody up to a school? I never called 911 because I thought they would do their job. They failed me. I cried. I'm not trying to call 247 to put Oak Park on front. My daughter graduated from here. My son, my niece. They know me. They can't say that lady ain't ask for no help. Every security guard in there be like, oh, she coming there. Yeah, it take a village to raise some kids, so I know how to talk to a kid. I ain't finna argue with no kid. Y'all, I'm hurt. And to just sit in this room and see how loving y'all are is crazy. That lady said, I'm sorry, in front of the police. I'm sorry what I did. You sorry? Sorry, too late. They jumped on her. She getting tired of running, y'all. That's all. I'm here to tell you. She tired of running. I'm not telling her like, oh, somebody hit you, don't hit back. But y'all mad at her? Kids go home and hurt themselves. She's just a kid. She don't have a track record. Look at her. She don't have a behavior report. All she want to do is be their friend. Somebody jealous because she this and she that. She was their friend. She couldn't understand why nobody like her. I came up to the school to talk to them, and they still haven't called me. I'm standing here in front of y'all and asking y'all for y'all help. It wasn't fair for a mother to jump out. I didn't know she had a gun. I had to protect my daughter. We watch kids die every day on TV. I'm a mother of 10. I've been through so much, but for me to come up here to say, do this, what I'm doing right now, I think it was unfair. And when the principal seen me, she said, I'm sorry. Sorry, didn't do it. I didn't do anything but to protect my daughter. She didn't ask nothing. She just assumed I was a parent up here and irate. I didn't do anything. I want to be heard. I want something done about that. It wasn't fair. Not one security guard, but Shelby helped me. My friend stand right here and told the mother, why would we try to jump on your kid? What did she say?
She said, if it's not the parents, it's just the kids fighting, we'll
Let them fight then.
let them fight.
You know, fight leading to more than just fighting. We watch this every day. We watch girls go out on trips with their friends, and somebody might not come back. She's not going to be a statistic, not on my watch. So I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to make nobody lose their job. I'm not here to incriminate somebody or say this, but I thought it was united we stand, united we fall. I thought we was a village. I thought we was going, when the kid go to school, they supposed to be safe. She wasn't safe. She was scared. I wasn't scared of the parent, I was scared for her. What if I wasn't there? I'm there every day at 3 o'clock until 3:35. Watch the tape. I'm in a white car sitting there. I'm the first parent at Oak Park every day. Why y'all didn't help me?
Ms. Culver, we've got you. We've got everything you said. We'll look into the issue, okay? We can't respond.
Okay.
Okay, so, but,
I appreciate it.
we've got it.
Thank you.
We got it.
We got you.
Can't respond.
I can respond in a matter.
When it's time for our communications, you can do that. You can't respond to those times.
I was going to respond.
All right.
The last one is Dawn Green.
The mic seems to be having some difficulties. I'm not exactly sure why. Yeah, can we just,
Y'all can cut it, I can project.
yeah, can we just kill the mic? It's not.
As an alumnus, it's always an honor to come back and give back to the school that played such a vital role in shaping who we are today. This event wasn't just about basketball, it was about mentorship, community, and creating a bridge between former and current students. Our goal was to make a fun and meaningful experience for the kids while raising funds for future initiatives. Despite the success of the event, there were challenges along the way that made the planning process more difficult than expected. So today, I want to highlight some of those obstacles, not to place blame, but to find solutions that will make it easier for alumni to give back in the future. So this is my first time doing this, so I got solutions, all right?
Right.
All right, challenges and last minute requirements. Background check notice. So let me let y'all know, this was approved fall of 2024 for us to have this alumni game. So on Monday, March 3rd, we were notified that alumni
would need to complete background checks just days before the event approved in fall 2024. While alumni were willing to comply, early notice would have been greatly appreciated. Then, handwritten forms were required Tuesday, March 4th. No one owns a freaking printer. So, while our alumni raced across the city to find printers and get access to print and fill out these forms, and, we accomplished it. A more accessible online submission process would make it easier for future alumni involvement. And then my favorite one was Wednesday, March 5th. Unexpected financial requirements. Midweek notice of financial obligations for the event created unnecessary stress. Greater transparency and cost up front would allow better planning for us. Oh, even better. Out-of-state alumni fingerprint requirement on Thursday, March 6th. Notifying out-of-state participants about fingerprinting so close to the event made it difficult to ensure their participation. Establishing clear guidelines ahead of time would prevent last-minute issues for future alumni event involvement. My absolute highlight of all of this. Surprise celebrity guest requirement. Friday, March 7th at 3:55 p.m. A celebrity guest who is also alumnus was told last minute that they needed to complete a background check. For an individual in entertainment, public profession, privacy and security should be considered when handling personal information. Their management team should have been direct contact for processing such requests securely. If it was Denzel Washington, if it was Will Smith, no problem for a background check. Recommendation for clarity in future alumni engagement, online alumni engagement guidelines. A clear online resource outlining the process for alumni to give back, including requirements for participation in school events. Advance notice, at least 30 to 60 days for necessary clearance, especially for background checks and financial requirements, showing that I sent this request in October 2024, had approval November 2024, and then found out everything the week of March 3rd, 2025, that these all were requirements. Streamline background check process, alternative methods for handling professional figures, background screenings with respect to privacy, a dedicated contact person alumni can reach out to for these matters, transparency in event costs, a detailed background for any financial obligations associated with hosting events at the school, and a standardized approval process that includes all financial details up front to avoid last-minute surprises. More support of out-of-state alumni, a clear process for fingerprinting requirements for those who reside out of state, with options for completing them in advance. At the end of the day, our alumni are eager to support the school, whether through mentorship, fundraising, or simply showing up for students. The basketball game was an amazing experience, and despite the last-minute hurdles, we made it work because we're committed to uplifting the next generation. That said, with a clear process in place, one that includes transparent guidelines, advance notice for requirements, and better coordination, events like this can run much smoother. Our goal is to work together to create a system that encourages alumni involvement rather than making it a challenge. This school played a major role in shaping our futures, and we want to continue to pour back into it. I truly believe that by working together, we can make alumni engagement a seamless and impactful experience for everyone involved. Thank you again for your time, and I look forward to continuing this conversation.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. And I do want to note that once we got in the building, it was welcoming, from the principal to the assistant principal to the head of security. But the hurdles that we had to jump through, the ring of fire, and especially the mishandling of the celebrity artist who was looking forward to playing in the game, it was disheartening the most because none of the kids were there because the school kept telling the kids the game was canceled the week of. And that celebrity guest was there for the kids. And it seemed as though the closer and closer he was getting there, everything that was approved just started changing last minute. He can't do this, he can do this, he can't do this, he can do this. And it just
it left a very bitter taste in some alumni's mouth that they don't really want to partake. And I'm positive, Pat, over here, you know, and I'm hoping that this is something that we can do again, because everybody who did come out enjoyed themselves. But this overall goal we did reach to be able to give scholarship funds for the senior class, as well as, you know, well, as a sponsor, a female and a male student for prom. But it still has us a little bit shaky because we don't know what we can and cannot do. But if these online processes are in play, it will make it easier for us. Thank you.
Mr. Akis.
How y'all doing? Good. Am I able to look up to the board anything somehow or not? Is that it is already.
Why don't you just give us a verbal overview at this point? If you need to come back, we can do that.
I can always just do it another time, but
It's not working.
And the only reason,
Oh, yeah,
the only reason why I said that is because we're getting ready to go into a closed session. So if we have more time to do other things,
that's fine. First, I'd just like to say thank y'all for everything y'all been doing. I know y'all been having a long day. As y'all see, the marching band, we got back safely from New Orleans. A very successful trip, thanks to y'all.
Thanks to you.
I can say they went down there, they got to see a lot of the college bands, a lot of the seniors. We were in some parades and I'm being stopped by a college director. They like, hey, I need that kid. I give him full ride right now. Like in the middle of a parade. Like I'm just getting all these messages and stuff from all these college directors saying we'll get them a full ride right now. Like Clark Atlanta, they like at $50,000 a year. So that's that. I don't know what else to say on that stuff. They also got to visit Jackson State University. That was a good eye opener for them. They got to eat on campus. Thank you for that budget. Also, the parade really put them in a good standing. We should be getting a few checks back. I want to say it's about like $15,000. I'm just waiting for it to come in the mail so that'll go in the account. So from doing them parades, also, it was a lot going on. So, but just know we did have a lot of support, parent support. A lot of parents drove down there themselves. Yeah, 20 hours.
So, so a question, I know you plan to come and give us a report more comprehensive. When you do that, is there an opportunity for you to share kind of who's getting scholarships or you don't have to share names, but what our kids are doing in that realm? Who, you know, if we've got scholarships and kids are going to school full ride, what does that amount to on the financial side and cost saving for the family, right?
Right.
And what schools have been recruiting our kids? Those are the type of things that I can speak about some of these but that's the kind of stuff that I like to see.
Okay. Yep. Most of all that on the laptop.
Okay. Well, hey, let's get them on the agenda, and we'll you know, I know you have to rehearse, you got to practice, but let's get you on the agenda and we'll make it work, especially when we don't have to go right into a closed session.
Yep. And I say for real, that's about all the summary of that. And just wanted to say thank y'all again because the kids really enjoyed themselves and really had a very historic time. Like that was one of the biggest things they can do, and it really changed some of their lives. And some of the parents that went, it got to open up to see what it could take them.
Thank you for all you do. With that, is that it?
Yep, that was it.
So that ends the public
Candace
comment.
Robinson never showed up, did they? Remember I had
Okay,
one.
no worries. All right, you know what, all right, we need to go into closed session. Oh, I got it here, I'm sorry. Pursuant to Section 8C of the Open Meetings Act for the purpose of strategy and negotiation connected with the collective bargaining agreement, is there a motion to take us into closed session? Just say so moved.
So moved.
All right, thank you. Is there a second? All right, we're gonna, for lack of a better way, we're gonna take that. So we're gonna go with trustee Tyler who made the motion, trustee Clark who seconded. Is there any question on the motion? Hearing none, Ms. Greer, please call the roll.
Clark?
Yes.
Copeland?
Yes.
Alvin?
Yes.
Madison?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Perryman? James?
Yes.
And Tyler?
Yes.
Okay, with that, we're gonna go to closed session, and gotta ask that, our public members to step outside the meeting room.